Life came to a full cycle on my entering the portals of the Supreme Court. In the year 1984, I started my career as a fledgling lawyer in this court from the chambers of Justice Sunanda Bhandari. In a couple of months, I had moved to the High Court to work in the chambers of Justice Y.K. Sabharwal, who went on to become the Chief Justice of India, and Justice Vijayendra Jain, who demitted office as the Chief Justice of the state of Punjab and Haryana. My seniors were more than generous in giving me opportunities to hone my skills of drafting the smallest of applications to full-fledged plaints, to petitions, to appeals, and to appear and argue in matters in the court. They not only trained me in legal jurisprudence, but also in court craft and, above all, legal ethics and court courtesies. These included never turning one's back to the court when moving out of a courtroom, rising to give a seat to a senior colleague who may be standing in the aisle, waiting till the end for the court to rise if one was the last counsel whose matter had been taken up. All these lessons were honed under the strict tutelage of my seniors. At the same time, they opened their homes and heart and accepted me as a part of their extended families, for which I'm thankful. When I arrived in this court to take oath on 31st of August 21, there was some trepidation in my heart, particularly since the first bench in which I was assigned to sit was none other than the Honorable Chief Justice, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, my batchmate from college, who has always been known to be meticulous in reading the briefs, coming thoroughly prepared on facts and law, and being ever so respectful to members of the bar. There was so much to learn and absorb in the new working environment. At the same time, I came here with a heart full of gratitude as I was back in this court in a different avatar, after a hiatus of about 3.5 decades to be a part of the bench. It was unprecedented for 9 judges to have taken oath together. As a part of that batch, 9 of us have built a special bond of affection for each other and call ourselves V9. My senior colleagues and those who joined us after that have also weaved their way into my life. This phase of my life has been more than satisfying, as also challenging in different ways. Within a few months of my elevation to this court, my mother was diagnosed with cancer, to which she ultimately succumbed in November last year. It was a struggle to find a balance between the commitments at work and at home. But for the unstinting support of my sister Neelu, I would never have been able to focus on my work and the demands that are made on a judge of this court. Though I have spent my entire life in Delhi and my legal career primarily in Delhi High Court, first as a practicing lawyer and then as a judge, and therefore a large part of the bar in both the courts is familiar to me, since many lawyers practice in both the courts. The working of this court is entirely different from my experience in both the high courts that I've been to. In this court, we are expected to go through anywhere between 60 to 65 cases for admission on a good day and 80 to 90 cases on a bad day. Mondays and Fridays go in a whirlwind, and 2 days before Mondays and Fridays that build up to the admission days is like participating in a never-ending marathon. Files just keep pouring in, many times till the very last minute. But then one slowly gets into the rote and accustomed to furiously working through huge briefs. The after-notice miscellaneous days may not be so heavy, but to my mind, the level of preparation has to be the same. It just helps us keep pace with the number of cases and try to maintain a higher output vis-a-vis input of matters. After all, we are here to serve the public, who are the real consumers of justice.